All right, so the flow for today is definitely going to be a bit more of a strength building flow than anything else. So just kind of have that in mind. Lots of work through the upper body, getting into the shoulders, the upper back, the back line of the body as well. And I'm going to be jabbering about your glutes quite a bit to be sure you're thinking about that as we go back and forth. So just have that in mind today as we go through the variations of the poses. A few demonstrations before we begin very quickly. Once we get into the main part of the flow, you're going to start this in downward facing dog. We'll take this into a three-legged dog right away. So from here, just pressing your hands, you're going to lift one leg up high and really just concentrate on reaching it long through that lifted foot. Rather than reaching it toward the ceiling, I want you to stretch this out long and reach your big toe. Lock the knee, keep the leg straight. And we're setting this up for a series of hops. So from here, you're going to keep that leg as straight as you can. Lock the knee, look forward toward your hands. You're going to keep the base foot where it is and just bend the knee, let your hips move straight up and down. And we'll take it back and forth from here. So you're going to press into that base foot, hop forward. Press into that foot, hop it back, keeping the top leg straight. And you don't have to go that far. My base foot just went maybe about 6 inches from the floor to bring it back and forth. Press into the floor with your hands. You can take it up higher if you like. Just keep that top leg straight. And if you want to take it toward inversion, you can definitely take it to the point where maybe you stack your hips over your shoulders. But keep in mind, you're still keeping that top leg straight as you take it back and forth. And eventually we'll end up at the front of the mat. We're only taking that through a few hops. So just work as best you can. And again, pay attention that top leg stays as straight as you can. You're going to feel the lift in the glutes on that side. And that's part of the reason we're coming into that shape. From there, very quickly actually, we're going to take this into a dancer's bridge. Just to walk this through very quickly. This is a side plank variation basically. So from here, my left foot's forward, my right foot's back. And you're going to set it up from this low lunge, but my right hand's going to be my base. I'm going to roll the outside edge of my right foot, and the left foot comes behind my right leg, and this is where it becomes different. You sink all the way down. With an inhale, you press your hips up high, reach long for your free arm, and it's going to stay lifted here. Now, I want you to press in both feet. It's still basically side plank on my right side, but I've got my left foot down, so I don't have to worry about balancing. But keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips pressing high. Reach long for your free arm. You can keep the shoulders stacked more like side plank, or take it toward a back bend. Open your chest toward this thing. Just keep the base arm strong. We'll hold this for a few breaths each time. And then take an inhale with the exhale to sink straight down. And my left hand comes forward, left foot comes forward. I'm back in low lunge, and we'll move through the flow from there. And both of those things are going to happen pretty close to the beginning of the flow, keep in mind. Now, at the very end, we're going to take this into crow. I'm going to cue this toward a one-legged crow. And if you haven't really done one-legged crow a whole lot, just bear in mind that this is quite a bit more difficult than a regular crow. So you're just going to bring your hands down, and crow is fine all by itself. Palms to the floor, hands to shoulder width, grip with your fingers. Lift your heels and bring your knees to your arms. Look forward, lean. Just take it slow. You can always just stay leaning with your feet down and come to the prep for the pose. Just take some weight in your hands. If you're going to take it further, keep leaning. Try to lift your feet together. Big toes to touch, heels toward your seat. Take that to where you can. And then for the one-legged crow, I'll cue which leg to move, but you're going to lean to one side. So I'm going to lean a little bit to my right, lift my left knee. And if you can keep that leg lifted, squeeze it toward the opposite leg. If you can take it further, maybe extend that leg up and back, but just work it as best you can and see how far you want to take things today. And if you extend the leg back, take it a little bit slower probably than I just showed you here. You want to see if you can actually hold on to your balance while you're doing that. Any questions before we start? All right, let's start this on our backs. So go ahead and bring yourself all the way down to the mat. And once you come down, I recommend you keep your feet on the floor a little wider than your hips. Lean your knees in towards center. And this is all just to help your low back stay as flat as possible while you're down. And then arms at your sides, palms open toward the ceiling, bend the elbows. And maybe the hands are past your head, maybe down closer to your waist, but find a position that works best for you here that lets the shoulders sink down, lets your chest open up. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in, let your mind quiet down. And then when you're ready, just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, draw in as much as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top for just a moment. And when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work here to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And then when you're ready here, take a deep inhale. And with your exhale, just open your eyes. Now press down into your feet. Go ahead, separate your knees. And we're just going to move slowly here to begin. So with your next inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your arms down to your sides.
back and forth like this. Inhale, reach this out long. Exhale, arms to your sides. Inhale, reach this out long. Now, the exhale, bring the arms down, but curl up as well. Lift your head, lift your shoulders. Just stay lifted here. Belly pulled in, low back down. Stretch your fingertips, bring your gaze forward. And we'll go back and forth from here. So with your next inhale, roll this out long. And then with the exhale, curl forward. Inhale, roll this out again. Exhale, curl forward. Inhale, roll out long. Now with the exhale, curl forward, stay lifted again. Belly pulled in, low back down. And as you hold on to that lift, draw the knees in toward your chest. And when you go back and forth, and when you roll this out, you're going to extend one leg each time. So with your next inhale, roll this out, but extend your right leg forward. Keep the left knee pulled in. Exhale, curl back to center, both knees together. Inhale, roll out, extend your left leg this time. Exhale, curl back to center. Inhale, roll this out, right leg forward. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, roll out with your left leg forward. Exhale, curl back in. Inhale, roll out, extend the right leg. Exhale, curl back to center. Inhale, roll out, extend your left leg this time. And exhale, curl to center. One more round. Inhale, roll out, extend the right leg long. Exhale, curl back to center. Inhale, roll this out and extend your left leg. Exhale, curl back to center one more time. Now take hold of your knees, relax your head, and just squeeze everything down here for a moment. And you can pull your knees wide, maybe rock a little bit side to side. Just breathe. And if you're moving side to side, bring this back into center. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your grip. Extend all four limbs up toward the ceiling. Stay loose, the arms and legs. Belly pulled in, low back stays on the floor. But then roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles, move your fingers and toes, and just let whatever joints need to crack, go ahead and crack for a little bit. And then straighten everything out. Reach your fingertips and toe tips toward the ceiling. Keep the arms and legs as straight as you can. Low back stays down. And then just start to scissor the arms and legs side to side. Reverse the cross as you take it back and forth. Now you can go fast or go slow. You can go wide or narrow with the range here. Just take it at your own pace. Keep the motion smooth best you can. And then go ahead and just start to slow this back down. Bring all four limbs back to vertical. Reach up high. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring the knees to your chest, hands to knees, squeeze down for just a moment. And then just release this. We'll take things further. Bring the left foot down to the floor. Extend the right leg up high. Now, straighten the right leg as best you can. If you need to bend the knee, that's fine. Just keep the ankle stacked over your hip and keep the sole of the foot facing the ceiling so the foot stays flexed. And then lift your head, lift your shoulders, reach high through both arms. Now we're going to take it back and forth, reaching one arm at a time, working this as a twist. So I really want you to reach through your shoulders as well as your hands, keep in mind. On my count, starting with the right hand here. So 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. And on one, keep reaching with that left arm high. Keep the left shoulder lifted. Take an inhale. With the exhale, release and just come back down. And let's switch sides. Right foot stays on the floor. Extend your left leg high. Now straighten the leg best you can. Just keep the ankle stacked over the hip. Sole of the foot faces the ceiling. Lift your head, lift your shoulders. Reach high through both arms here. And again, reach for the shoulders as well as the hands. Start with the left hand this time. 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. And on one, keep reaching with that right shoulder high. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release this and come back down. Now once you're down, draw your knees back in your chest, but bring your arms out wide. So elbows in line with the shoulders. Bend the elbows so you get more of a cactus or goalpost shape with the arms. Make your hands into fists and keep the hands tense. Shoulders stay pressed down. We're just going to take this through a version of a supine twist just to keep things loose here. So when you're ready, keep the knees bent. But let the knees sink down to the right side. Keep both shoulders on the floor. Keep the right leg off the floor and just twist. And then go ahead, bring this through center. Shoulders stay down. Let your knees sink down to the left side. And then just come back through center. Keep the knees bent. Keep them close to each other. And let the knees sink down to the right again. Take it back through center. Both shoulders stay down and bring your knees down to the left. And then just deepen it with this last round. Bring the knees over to the right side again. Just hold here. Both shoulders down. Let the legs sink low, but the right leg's still off the floor. If you want to go further, you can extend that left leg right, but hold this here. You're resisting the twist at the same time as you're holding it. And then go ahead, bring this back through center. Bring your knees to the left side. And again, both shoulders down. Just let the legs stay here. Keep that left leg off the floor. Maybe extend the right leg further left. And then just bring this back into center. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring your feet down to the floor. I'm going to use this for a variation of bridge here. So keep the arms at your sides like this. So elbows in line with the shoulders more or less. But this time, bring your forearms up to vertical. Keep the hands clenched in fists, as fists, I should say. Now keep the shoulders down. Keep your elbows pressing the floor. This is kind of a bench pressing position from here. And then to see if feet and knees are about hips width distance apart, heels close enough to your seat that you can flatten your low back as much as possible while you're down like this. And then we'll just take it up and down. So with an inhale, pressing your feet, lift your hips, bring the weight to your shoulders. And then with the exhale, roll back down. Inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, roll this down again. Inhale, lift your hips, keep the fists clenched. Exhale, roll this down. Inhale, press your hips up high. And then with the exhale, come back down again. Now with your next inhale, lift your hips and just stay lifted here. Now hold on to this. Keep the glutes squeezing, hips pressing high. Keep the fists clenched and keep your shoulders pressing down. And to take it further, just lift the right heel up off the floor. Keep your glutes engaged. And set that right heel down. Lift the left heel up off the floor. And then set it back down. Right heel up again. And then bring it down. Lift your left heel. And then set it down one more time with the right heel up. Set it down last time with your left heel up by itself. And then set it down. Now you're still in bridge. Glutes are still squeezing. Lift both heels and hold here. Keep the hips pressing high. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just roll all the way back down. Once you come down, bring your knees to your chest, your hands to your knees, squeeze everything in. And as you pull in tight, curl into this. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, bring your nose close to your knees. And then when you're ready, just cross at the ankles. Use this shape. Roll forward to a seat. Come further to your hands, find all fours. And once you're in all fours, just take a moment, move around. So stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let your shoulders and hips move side to side. Just feel things out and loosen up your spine. Just feel out where you're loose and where you're tight. And then just go ahead, bring yourself back into center in all fours. I'm going to take this into the hands and the wrists. Now I'm just turning for the camera a little bit here, but I want you to walk your hands right in front of your knees, within about one hand's length. And then flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms facing up, fingertips pointing towards center. And then keep the fingers spread wide, but slide your hands together so you're interlacing the fingers. Now, go ahead, flatten the hands as much as you can, press the fingertips down, and see about straightening your arms as much as possible here. Try to keep your spine lifted. Now, if you bring the hands in even closer, you can take almost all your weight on your legs. You can lean more onto the hands if you want this to be more intense, but try to straighten your arms best you can. And then just take it back and forth from here. Flip your hands over with the palms down. And then flip again with the palms facing up. And just keep on taking this back and forth. Now, you can go faster or slower, and it's up to you there. And you can take a lot of pressure or a little. But each time you switch positions, just reset. Keep your fingers spread wide, press your fingertips down. Try to straighten your arms as much as possible, at least briefly. And then the next time you end up with your palms facing up, hold this shape. Now keep the backs of the hands down, fingers spread wide, press the fingertips into the floor, press your spine up to the ceiling. And then from here, I just want you to keep the hands where they are. Try to keep a constant level of pressure, but then bend both elbows and sink down and bring that right elbow to the floor. Come back up the center with straight arms. And then sink down over to the left and bring this back up.
And just keep switching this out and take it side to side. Now again, just take it at your own pace. You can go a little bit faster, go slower, but your fingertips are still pressing down. Try to keep as much of a constant level of pressure on your hands as you can as you move back and forth. I'll just breathe with us here. And then just finish this with the left elbow down before you come back into center. And then go ahead, release. Come up onto the fingertips. Walk your hands forward. Come to your regular all fours, and we'll just take one more stretch. So this time with the palms facing down. Now rotate your hands one at a time. Fingers to the side. Maybe point your fingertips in toward your knees, but come as far in that rotation as you can. Now flatten your hands, spread your fingers out wide, grip the floor. As you grip, press your spine up toward the ceiling, and let that stretch move through the wrists up into the forearms. And this can be good enough right here. Keep that grip and keep the fingertips pressing down. Now, if you want to take this into movement, step the right foot straight back, big toe to the floor. And then bring the right big toe past the left edge of your mat and keep that right foot to the left side. Now look over your left shoulder. Keep the right leg straight, lock the knee, lift the heel. And now we're going to pulse this here, and I want you to feel this in the glutes on the right side. So lifting that heel on my count. So over me at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the right knee down. And let's take this into this side. You're still gripping the floor. Step the left foot straight back, big toe down. Left big toe past the right edge of the mat and look over the right shoulder. Lift your left heel. Now keep that knee locked, keep the left leg straight, and we're going to pulse again here. So on my count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee down. And then come back up onto your fingertips. Come down to sitting on your heels. Just take a moment, shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. And then once the hands are ready, come back into all fours. Now I want to take this into the shoulders. I want to start this with a push-up variation. This is going to be a little bit unusual, but not too much. So I want you to walk this forward to the front of the mat. And you're going to position yourself here so that your eyeballs are directly over the front edge of your mat where your mat meets the floor. And that's your reference point here. So just keep your head in this place all through this motion. And then adjust from here. Now, we're going to take a modified version. So you're going to keep your knees down. You can always slide your knees further back if you want this to be harder. And I want you to bring your hands out wider than shoulder width, so about 3 or 4 inches out to either side. Now, rather than pointing your fingertips forward, you're going to rotate to the side at least a little bit. Think about pointing that middle finger about 45 degrees to the right and then to the left. And if you keep the wrists in line with the shoulders, this will be easier. And if you want to make it harder, slide your hands further back toward the back edge of the mat so the shoulders stay forward. Now, wherever you put your hands, your head is still directly above the front edge of the mat. You're going to keep your eyeballs just looking straight down at that edge. And we're going to take this down and up. We're going to take it slow. I'm going to count it down. We'll hold it halfway, and I'll count it back up. Take it nice and slow. There's only going to be 3. So when you're ready, to stay forward like this, and then bend the elbows, pull them in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pause here. Pull the elbows in. You're still looking at the same point, and press up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to straight arms. 2 more times like that. Bring it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the elbows pulled in and press it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 more time. Bring it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold the tension. Keep the elbows pulled in. Bring it back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now just keep the hands where they are. Relax a little bit. Move between the shoulders. We're going to take one more round. Now you can do the same thing you just did with the same setup if you like, and just keep the knees down, keep the hands where they are. And you can take things differently as well. You can slide the hands forward if you need this to be easier. You can slide them further back if you need this to be harder. And still, you're going to have your eyeballs stacked just above that front edge of the mat. Now, if you want to take it even further and make sure it's hard, well, you can come off your knees and step your feet straight back and bring your legs together. Now, whichever variation you choose, you just take this to where you can. Be honest with yourself. It's going to be the same thing at the same pace. So just look straight down, keep your body, and keep the spine in one long line. And then let's bend the elbows. So bring it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. And then press it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if you lifted your knees, this is supposed to suck. Keep in mind. Let's bring it back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Press it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
One more time. Bring it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. And then press it back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And relax. And go stretch out your hands. Move through your spine. Stay loose from the shoulders. And then from here, we're going to take it down from the hands and onto the forearms and still working the shoulders a bit and taking this in the glutes as well. So go ahead and bring your forearms down. Now I got two choices here. So we're going to take this through a dolphin variation. You can have the forearms parallel with the palms down, or you can press the palms together. And what you want to pay attention to is that you can control the elbow position so that they don't spread out too wide once you take weight in your arms. So whichever you choose, bring the elbows in just a little bit narrower than shoulder width. And be sure you're pressing your hands rather than just letting the weight settle on your elbows. So try to press the palms into the floor or karate chop the edge of your hands down. Now, just look down at the floor, tuck the toes of both feet. And we're going to take this through a little bit of a sequence here, one leg at a time. So we'll take the first round slow, and then it's going to be breath to movement. Now, at the next inhale, just extend your right leg straight back, reach to the big toe. And then when you're ready, pull the knee to your chest, round your spine, curl in, bring your nose toward your knee. Now, the toes of the left foot should be tucked. When you're ready, with an inhale, straighten both legs, and this is basically a three-legged dolphin here. And then come back down. Both knees to the floor, the toes are tucked on both feet. Now take it on the other side. When you're ready, extend your left leg straight back, reach to the big toe. Now curl this in. Bring the knee to your chest, nose to knee, round your spine. Toes of the right foot are tucked. When you're ready, with an inhale, straighten both legs. That left leg goes high. And then bring this all the way down to the floor. Toes are tucked all the while. Breath to movement here. Inhale the right leg straight back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straighten your legs. Exhale, bring both knees down. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, come down. Keep it steady. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, come back down. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, come down. Inhale the right leg back again. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, come down. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, come down. Inhale your right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, come down. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, come down. One last round. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, come down. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, come down, stay down. Come up onto your hands. And just take a moment here to move and breathe. Now you can always just stay here and breathe. Take a little break. And maybe take another stretch before you move on. But whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. Now once you move into position here, just paddle out, let your hips move side to side. And then take a look at how you set this up. So hands about shoulder width distance apart, pressing your palms, flatten your palms so you can feel some weight toward your thumbs. And sink your chest low to the floor. And even as your chest sinks down, press your hips up as high toward the ceiling as you can and reach up through your hips. Let that reach start to straighten the upper body and lengthen it out all the way from the wrist through the hip creases. Now keep your belly pulled in, keep some tension to your core. Draw in from around the low ribs. If your legs are tight, just keep a bend in the knees. And you can always stay loose. Pedal this out and move your hips from side to side. When you're ready, here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward. Step this to the front of the mountain. Take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart. Deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang. Let your spine round. And just let everything go long and loose here. Let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows. Maybe shake side to side to loosen further. And then from wherever you are, just release any grip that you have. Keep the bend in the knees to begin, but then restack your spine. So just slowly round this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready here, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment here to breathe, set intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. So hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly. And then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor, to the shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat and step this back to high plank. Now find your shape here, wrists at the shoulders, palms press down, press the floor away from you, press your spine toward the ceiling, spread the shoulder blades apart. And keep your core engaged, hold the hips around the shoulders and heels best you can. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides, and lower with control all the way down to your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you, hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And we'll take this up and down through low cobras. With an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel this up again. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, peel up one more time. Now just stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in your upper body, press into your feet, take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, keep your gaze at least slightly forward. And then use the muscles lining your spine, lift your chest a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides, press the palms to the floor. And we're going to take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stand the tops of your feet in this position. And keep your legs active, work to lift the knees up from the mat. Take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes. Pull the hips forward to deepen and lengthen the arc all through the front. Now lift with your arms, but lift with your shoulders as well. Make your neck nice and long, keep your chest pulling forward. And if this is too much, keep in mind, you can always take Cobra from the floor for your vinyasas. Take an inhale. With the exhale, pull your belly and bring your hips up high and come back to down dog. Paddle out for a moment, let your hips move side to side. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And with your right leg lifted, just take a moment to really straighten that leg. So reach with the big toe, point the foot, lock the right knee. You should feel the lift in the glutes on the right side. So reach that leg long rather than just lifting it up high. Now just to change this a little bit, I want you to lift your right hip, keep that knee locked, and reach that right foot as far left as you can as your hips open up. And then bring it back to center. Square your hips, and you're back in that three-legged dog, still with the knee locked. Now look forward toward your hands, keep the left foot where it is, but bend your left knee, let your hips move straight up and down. And we're going to take it back and forth like this. So pressing your left foot, hop it forward. And then pressing your left foot, hop it back. You don't have to go up too high. Pressing your left foot, hop this forward again. Pressing your left foot, hop back, right leg still straight. Pressing your left foot, hop this forward one more time, stay forward. Now right foot down between your hands, slide the left foot back, find your low lunge, and keep your left heel lifted behind. Now press into the right foot, look forward, bring your hands to your hips, and just bring yourself upright so your torso's in about a 45-degree line, so more or less in line with your left leg. Now as you're leaning onto that right foot, bring your hands into heart center, and we'll take this up to a warrior three. So just slowly pressing that right foot, drag the left big toe forward till everything's lifted on that right foot. So all the weight's on the right leg, that's how I should say it. Now you can keep yourself more toward diagonal here. Just keep your lifted body in line. If you want to take it down further, you can bend the right knee, hinge the right hip, and maybe come down toward parallel. Now you can just hold your balance here, and this is fine. Keep that left leg straight to start. We're going to go back and forth, bending into both knees. So from here, take an inhale. With the exhale, curl in, bend into both knees. Inhale, extend both legs. Exhale, curl this in. Inhale, extend. Now with the exhale, curl in one more time and see about coming down lower. Now from wherever you are, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, both hands down, left foot steps back, come into low lunge. Now from low lunge, we'll take it to that dancer's bridge. The left hand is your base. So roll to the outside edge of the left foot, right foot steps behind your left leg, sink all the way down. And then with an inhale, press your hips up high. Now reach long through that right arm, keep your glutes squeezing, keep the hips pressing high. You can stack the right shoulder above the left, or maybe open your chest toward the ceiling, but keep that left arm strong. And just breathe here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, sink this straight down. Right hand comes forward, right foot comes forward, back to low lunge. Now from your low lunge, when you're ready, put the weight to the right foot. Bring the left foot forward, about one pace behind the right. And then hands to your hips with an inhale, bring your torso all the way upright. So we're taking this into a pyramid stance. It's a little bit shorter, about 3 feet front to back. Still squared, hips width distance side to side. Both legs straight, right foot points forward, left foot points to side about 45 degrees or so. Now be sure you can pull that right hip back, the left hip forward. Just keep your hands on your hips. Draw the shoulders back and keep your chest open. And we're just going to fold this toward halfway down. So take an inhale here. Now with the exhale, just lead with your chest. Hinge down toward halfway. Feel that stretch in the back of the right thigh. Inhale, come all the way upright. Exhale, hinge forward again, just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge this forward and stay forward this time. Now pull the shoulders back, keep your chest open, keep your gaze at least slightly forward. Put just a little bend into that right knee, and we're going to take this into a twist. So the left arm reaches past the right leg. Now press the left arm into the right thigh and draw the right shoulder back. And just open your chest to the right side. You're still extending the crown of your head forward, so the spine is more or less parallel to the floor. Now to take it a little bit further, put a deeper bend in that right knee and deepen the twist. Pull the right shoulder even further back, maybe look up toward the ceiling. This could be good enough. Now if you want to take this further, you could focus the weight on the right foot, maybe lift the left heel. And if you want to work this toward balancing, just keep the twist, but look down at the floor inside your right foot. And then go slow. Maybe drag that left big toe forward and bring that left knee to touch the right leg. Maybe lift the left foot up off the floor. And balancing this isn't going to be easy at all. So just take it to where you can, keep your twist. That's your priority here, keep in mind. Everybody, take an inhale. And with the exhale, release this. Both hands down, left foot steps back, come to a low lunge. And then we'll take it down deeper. So Anjaneyasana, left knee down, left foot flat behind. Now sink the hips down, press them forward, and press your torso into your right thigh. Keep the hips low like this. Now I want to open and close this. So I want you to just bring your gaze forward, reach your arms straight back, and we'll go up and down. So with the inhale, open up, arms reach high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, open this up again. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, down one more time. Inhale, open up. Now reach this high and hold here. Now let the hips sink low toward the front of the mat. Keep the gaze high. Let the arms reach up and back. Now just breathe here. Find that length all through the front of the left side, from the left knee through to the shoulders. If you want to go a little bit deeper, keep everything the same, but maybe press a little bit in that right foot and you can lean this back even more. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands down to the floor. Now tuck the toes, left foot, lift your left knee. Slide the right foot back a little bit. Bring the left foot forward next to the right. I'm going to take this into a forward fold. So from here, with an inhale, just lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, set the hands, and we're moving into crow. So palms flat, hands are shoulder width. Dig your fingertips down, lift your heels, and touch your knees to your arms. Now belly pulled in, hips high to start. Look forward, lean, go slow. And if you wanted to stay leaning with your toes down, that's good enough. If you're going to take it further, try to lean to lift your feet together, big toes to touch, heels toward your seat. Now, if you want a one-legged crow, lean a little bit left, take the weight off the right leg, maybe squeeze that right leg into the left, and maybe reach that right leg up and back. Just take it as far as you can. When you're ready, go ahead, step it back, fly it back, and take it through your Vinyasa. And once you find your down dog, give yourself a moment, move around. We're going to take all that on the other side. So when you're ready, with an inhale, raise your left leg high. Now come into that three-legged dog. Just straighten the left leg. Reach to the big toe, point the foot, lock the left knee. Feel the lift in the glutes on the left side. Now go from squared hips here to open. So lift your left hip above the right. Without bending your knee, reach that left foot right as far as you can. And then come back to center. Square up your hips. And reach long through that left foot. Just keep your body in line. Keep the tension in the glutes on the left side. Now look forward toward your hands. Right foot stays where it is to start, but bend your right knee and feel your hips move straight up and down. Let's take it back and forth. Press into the right foot, hop this forward. And then press into your right foot and hop it back. Press into the right foot, hop this forward again. Press into your right foot, hop it back. Now press into the right foot, hop forward one more time, stay forward. Now left foot comes down between your hands. Right foot slides back, come into low lunge with the right heel lifted behind. And then look forward. Now just take this slow. Hands to your hips. Bring your spine up to about 45 degrees. So the idea is the upper body is more or less in line with the right leg. Now go slow here. Put the weight to the left foot. Drag that right big toe forward till all your weight's on your left leg. And bring yourself into balancing. So this is basically a variation of Warrior 3. You can stay more upright like this, or hinge from the left hip and come down toward parallel. Shoulders back, keep your lifted body in one long line, keep breathing. And if you want to move here, we're going to bend into both legs, so take an inhale. With the exhale, curl in, bend both knees. Inhale, extend this out. Exhale, curl back in again. Inhale, extend. And then with the exhale, curl in one more time. Now hold here, maybe sink down low into that standing knee. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring both hands down, step the right foot back, come back to low lunge. Now from here to your dancer's bridge, the right hand is your base. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot, step your left foot behind the right leg and sink your hips down. With an inhale, press your hips up high. Now reach with that left arm, keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting. And let your head fall back, keep that right arm strong. You can stack the shoulders or open your chest, breathe here. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, sink back down. Left hand forward, left foot forward, back to low lunge. And then from your low lunge, we'll bring this up to pyramid. So go ahead, bring that right foot forward, one pace behind the left. And then hands to your hips. With an inhale, bring yourself all the way upright. So again, it's a shortened stance, about 3 feet front to back, still hips with distance side to side so you can square your hips. Right hip pulls forward, left hip pulls back, and right foot points to the side about 45 degrees or so. Now keep your hands on your hips, keep your shoulders pulled back. And again, we're just going to take this toward halfway down, so take an inhale here. Now with the exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with your chest coming down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge this forward again, just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up again. Now with the exhale, hinge this forward one more time and hold here. Left hip back, right hip forward, keep your chest open. And let's move into the twist. Put just a little bend in your left knee. Reach that right arm outside the left leg and then use it. Press with your left leg and pull your left shoulder back to open your chest to the left side. Now keep extending forward, spine more or less parallel to the floor. If you want to take this deeper, go ahead, put a deeper bend in that left knee and slide that right arm further to the side, pressing that left leg still. Now this is good enough right here. If you want to take things further, maybe put more weight onto that left foot and lift the right heel. And if you want to work this toward balance and keep the twist, but look down at your left foot. And then slowly, and this is not easy, drag that right foot forward, maybe touch the right knee to the left leg and lift the right foot. Left shoulder stays high. Just take this to where you can. And again, if the balancing is too much, don't sweat it. Just keep your twist. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, release this. Both hands down, step the right foot back, come into low lunge. Now from here, let's make it lower. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Sink the hips down, press them forward. And now stay low. Press your torso, left thigh, look forward, reach your arms straight back. And again, we're going to open and close this. So with an inhale, reach the arms up high, open up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, reach up again. Exhale, down one more time. Inhale, open up and stay lifted like this. Now let the hips sink low and toward the front. Keep your chest open, keep your gaze high. Reach your arms up and back. If you want to go a little bit further, maybe pressing that left foot to lean it further back. Now take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, just bring both hands down. Now slide the left foot back behind your hands. Bring the right foot forward next to left. Forward fold. When you're ready here, take an inhale. Lift this up halfway. And then with the exhale, set the hands down, shoulder width. Grip the floor with your fingers. And we'll take it to crow. So lift your heels, touch your knees to your arms. Belly pull in, hips up high. Now look forward, lean, go slow. Maybe to stay lean with your toes down. If you're going to take it further, lean, try to lift your feet together. Big toes to touch, heels toward your seat. Take it to where you can. If you want that one-legged crow, make the left knee light. Maybe squeeze the left leg toward the right. Maybe extend that left leg up and back. Take this to where you can. And again, when you're ready, step it back or fly it back. Take it through another vinyasa. Now, once you find your down dog, we'll take it to half pigeon. When you're ready, inhale the right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, just bring it forward. Right knee behind your right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now, flatten the left foot, straighten your left leg, pull the left hip forward, and keep it in line with the right. And just sink your hips straight down. So the hips stay square to the front. Look for at least some of that stretch on the right side, outer right hip or toward the glutes. Now, you can stay upright like this. You can go deeper if you want to go take the extension toward a back bend. And if you want to just sink down, you can come down to the elbows, maybe melt down all the way. Take this to where you need to right now. And just breathe with us here. All right, now from here, if your hands are forward, walk them back into center.
We're going to take this to another pose. So once the hands are close enough, pull your belly in, back your hips up over your left knee. Keep the right leg forward, but bring the knee to the center of the mat. We're going to take this into Gomukhasana. So bring the left knee forward. You're going to cross the legs here. Left knee presses into the right or presses in behind the right. Bring your feet out as wide as you can. And then give this a try. So your legs squeeze together. Come down to sitting between your heels. And if your hips are tight and that's not going to work, go ahead and take a seat. And you're just going to extend the left leg forward. That's the bottom leg. Right leg's crossed tightly over the left knee. But just take the variation that works for you here. So work to get both sit bones down. Sit this up tall. The leg bind is plenty. You can stay with this. If you want to take the arm bind, we'll take half of it from below first. So the right arm comes across your low back, palm facing away. With your left hand, reach back and find whatever you can grip. Maybe the wrist, maybe the forearm, maybe the right elbow. But pull on that right arm. Draw the shoulder back, open up your chest. And you can stay here with the half bind. Now, if you want the full bind, go ahead and bring that right hand up between the shoulder blades. Left arm comes from above. And see about finding that grip somewhere between. Now, if you can't get the full bind, don't sweat it. This took me years to actually be able to touch my fingers doing this. So work things as best you can. You can fold this forward if you like. It's usually more effective for people to stay upright and open the chest, in my opinion at any rate, but take it the way you like. And just use the combination of stretches that's accessible to you here. Just breathe with this. When you're ready, here, take an inhale. Then with the exhale, go ahead, release whatever arm bind you're in. Hands down behind, lean back, untangle your legs. And then just cross at the ankles, come forward to your hands, step back to down dog. And we'll take all that on the other side. So when you're ready here, inhale your left leg up high. With the exhale, come into half pigeon. So left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle somewhere behind the right. Now go ahead, flatten the right foot, straighten the right leg, pull the right hip forward, keep it in line with the left. And again, just sink your hips straight down. Now keep the hips squared like this. Look for at least some of that stretch on the left side, out of left hip toward the glutes. You can stay upright. You can extend further toward a back bend if you want one of those variations. And if you want to just relax, you can start to melt down, maybe bring the elbows to the floor, maybe come down all the way. And just take it to where you need to here. Now again, if your hands are forward, just walk them back into center. And we'll move into the next pose. So once the hands are close enough, pull your belly and back the hips up over the right knee. Keep the left knee forward, but bring it to the center of the mat. And then cross your legs. Bring that right knee in directly behind the left. Squeeze the legs a bit tight. Bring the feet out nice and wide. And as the legs squeeze, come down to sitting between your heels. And if you need the alternate here, just come to a seat with the right leg, the bottom leg extended forward, left knee crossed tightly over the right. And just sit this up right here for a moment. This is good enough. If you're going to take the arm bind from below, left arm behind the low back, palm face away. With your right hand, reach back and grip what you can. The wrist, the forearm, maybe the elbow, but draw on that left arm, pull the shoulder back, open up your chest. This might be good enough. If you want the full bind, bring that left hand up between the shoulder blades. And then the right arm comes from above. See about finding that grip somewhere in between. And again, just work this as best you can. Let your chest open up. You can fold it forward if you like, and I do recommend sitting this upright, but whatever you need to do. When you're ready, here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release whatever arm bind you're in, both hands behind. Lean back, untangle the legs. If you're ready, just bring the legs out from underneath you and come all the way down onto your back. Now once you're down, draw your knees in close, squeeze everything and press your spine down flat. And then we'll take this into a supine twist. When you're ready, just release the left leg, extend it fully. And then bring your left hand to your right knee. Now right arm to your side, draw the right knee across your body, tuck your left hip underneath, and keep both shoulders down. Now look for the stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back. You can press with the left hand if you need more. If you want to take it further, you can extend that right leg.
Now, if you want to take things further still, you can always bind both legs, and if you want, you can bend the left knee, reach down with the right hand, find the left foot, and if you find that grip, kick in your hand, but again, keep both shoulders down as you're twisting, and just take whatever variation works for you here. When you're ready, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release your twist from wherever you are. Bring this back into center, draw the knees in close for a moment. And then when you're ready, switch it out. Right leg extends. And then right hand to your left knee, left arm to your side. Now draw the left knee across your body. When you're ready, tuck the right hip underneath. And again, keep both shoulders down. Bring your gaze left this time. Look for the stretch outer left hip toward your low back. Now if you need to, you can press with the right hand. If you want to take it further, you can extend that left leg to the side. And if you want to bind both legs, you can bend the right knee, reach with your left hand, maybe find that right foot. And if you do find that grip, kick in your hand and keep both shoulders pressed into the floor. Keep breathing here and stay twisted. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release this. Come back into center. And again, draw your knees in close. And we'll take this into happy baby. When you're ready, just reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees. And then pull down on both sides. Draw the knees down toward the floor outside your ribs. And press your feet back up in your hands at the same time. Just keep the tension working both up and down. Now let your spine flatten out. Sink your tailbone toward the floor. You can rock this side to side if you like. And if you want to take it even further, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here. Draw it down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body sink down into the mat for a moment. And then when you're ready here, just start to move again bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. And then lengthen this out. Take an inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw things back in. Bring the elbows toward your chest, pull the knees up as well. Just take your time here and find your way up to a comfortable seat. Let's ground yourself into the mat, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale here, hold on toward the top. And then just let everything go. And thank you for joining class today. Namaste.